Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hope you're doing well today. My name is Tajik Brown, and today I'm coming to speak to you about people, colleges, and jobs. Don't pay attention to any noises outside. Um, we live in a society where today, um, people stress that we should go to college. That's like the number one thing. We're taught that when we're young, when we go through high school, all throughout our lives, we're taught that you're really not anything unless you go to college. Now, to some extent, I understand that, and I believe that because you can't, do a lot of things without college, and college does give you a lot of knowledge, um, and a degree does help you to open doors and different things in this lifetime. However, I have a couple problems and issues with college, with the process that need to be changed. And here's number one. Most students that are graduating from college are graduating with minimal job opportunities within their field. And they have a lot of debt when they get out of college as well. That's a big problem. How is it that you can go to college and spend, uh, in some cases, up to $100,000, if not more, and exit college without a guarantee that you're going to have a job in your field? I find that that's a very serious issue. Another issue is the underemployment rate for college graduates currently sits at 46%. Underemployment basically means people are going to college in order to get a better job, not work a hourly paid job at McDonald's or regular jobs, as most people would say regular jobs. And that's why we go to college, so we don't have to work those jobs. But 46% are working those jobs and they are college graduates. So I believe that's a very serious problem. Another issue is most college graduates aren't even making as much money as non-college graduates. So that 46% is making just as much money as the person that didn't go to college. Okay, is it a fault in the 46% or is it a fault in the society that we live in? I mean, that's for you to decide, but my opinion, I feel like it is a very big problem, and I feel like it's a bigger problem than the 46%. However, the thing that's I feel like is very cliche about the whole situation is if you don't go to school, you're just about as you're just as much out of luck as if you do go to school. Why is that? Because the unemployment rate is still worse for those who don't have a bachelor's degree at all. So if you ain't even go to school, you don't have nowhere near as much of a chance as if you do go to school. But on the flip side, there are a lot of jobs that you really don't need college degrees to attain. Mechanic, school, military. What else? Trade, a lot of different trades, air conditioning, you know, things of that nature. Another big issue is with college, the college process. I don't really understand why we have to come to college and we have to pay for 2 years of school, which at a really relatively cheap school can land you at about $30,000 in debt for 2 years. And we have to pay for classes that we already took in high school. Take classes like chemistry, biology, math, Englishes. I mean, I know they say it's a different level to these things. We're on a college level, but when you think about it, when I came to school and I learned chemistry in college, it was the same thing I learned in high school. When I came to college and took algebra, college algebra, quote unquote, it was the same thing I learned in high school. We're paying to learn, wasting money to learn the same things that we learned in high school that most times don't even apply to our major. They're not even helping us or supporting us with our major. That's a serious issue. So now that we address all the issues, and there are many, we need to come up with solutions as a community as a whole. It's really hard to come up with solutions for these things, but I believe that in order to find a solution, we must take it one step at a time. Step one, I believe we as students need to receive better life counseling and guidance throughout our school process. A lot of times they try to drill in our heads when we're young, go to college, go to college, go to college, which is relatively true. However, what about the kid that doesn't really want to go through all the other rigorous things of college, but they just want to be a mechanic? Why pressure that kid their whole life to go to college, go to college, go to college, when he could go to trade school, take some business classes on the side, save him a lot of money, and eventually have the knowledge and the skills to open up a business in something that he loves to do? See, we don't stress or encourage our children to do that at a young age. We encourage them to go to school and potentially waste a lot of money trying to earn a degree that you might not even be able to use to get a job in your field after you graduate. I believe that's an issue. So that's what we need to do. We need to counsel our children better. I also believe we need to fix the college curriculum, meaning we shouldn't have to take classes that we took in high school and college. That's a waste of money. We're paying $30,000 learning the same things. It's a waste of time and money. It's just they drag it out for longer than it needs to be so they can get more money out of us, put us in more debt so we can be further set back in the long run. Also, I feel we need to really work on the things that we tell students and children as they're growing up. We should teach them more about different options. We should teach them about businesses. We should teach them about trade schools. We should teach them about becoming entrepreneurs, not just go to college. Because now it's getting to a point where it's really a ticking time bomb. You go to college, you pay all this money, and half of the people that go to college aren't even guaranteed a job. So half of the people are going to be stuck in debt. Lastly, I feel we need to have a better support system for trade workers. A lot of times the reason that we tell the trade workers or tell people don't become a trade worker, don't, go to college is because if you lose your job, then you can't work. I believe we need to come up with a better system for them that supports trade workers, because we need people that have trades, but it's not fair to them if to not have support. So it's not perfect. Obviously, the solutions aren't going to solve everything, every situation, but I feel like it's a start. And that's really all you can do is start and just try to move forward and grow and correct things and change things from there. Well, thank you for your time. Appreciate you watching this video. And it was good experience taking this online public speaking class. Hopefully I can experience something like this again. All right. Thank you. You have a good one.